you? It's Jay, and I wanted to come to you today and talk about some of the books I'm looking forward to reading this year, what I'm not looking forward to, kind of, and, what I'm reading right now. So, wow, it's 2026. I read about 20 books last year, give or take, and we will go through those at some point. But today I wanted to come to you about a few books that I have bought last year that I'm interested to get to this year. So one book that was recommended, recommended. She raves about this book. So one of the first Booktubers I ever watched was Capri Nicole. So Book Island with Capri is where you will find her. And one of her favorite books is this one right here, Bones to the Wind by Tatiana Obey. And the way she talks about this book, she just describes it as a really cool fantasy. She's way more descriptive than that, but I'm the type of person who I don't want to know too much going into a book. All I want to know is it good or not? Like the general premise of the book, what genre it's in, and then give me a good cover, and you got me. So the proof is going to be in the pudding regardless. If I'm not enjoying the book, I have no problems DNFing, which I'm going to try to do less this year. So if you want to count how many goals I have, that's one of my goals. Less DNFing this year, either by picking up better books or just sticking with books more, because there's another booktuber that influenced me to pick up a book, and she DNF'd one of my favorite books too early in this story. And I know because on my second read of the book in question is 100 Years of Solitude. The booktuber in question is Jaded Reads, the lovely Diamond. So she DNF'd in the beginning when the gypsies were showing all their stuff to the people in the village of Macondo, and I'm like, girl, I feel you, because I felt the same way. See, I read that book the summer before my senior year of high school, and I don't remember what happened in the book, but I do remember loving it. So it was assigned reading for class, and I loved the book. So I finally came back to reread it maybe in 2024, and what happened was I started to read it, and at the beginning I was like, what did I see in this book? Why did I like this book? But as soon as I got past the gypsies coming to the village and started getting into the story of Jose Arcadio, then I was like, oh yeah, I remember now. So now I'm going to trudge on a little bit longer when I feel the desire to DNF. So give it another, I don't know, how many more pages should I give it when I first decide I probably want to DNF a book, how much further should I go? If there's anyone out there who has like a system, let me know, help me out with that in the comments below. So the book that she's been talking about that I plan on starting actually today is going to be The Street by Ann Petrie. So this book, I don't know, just the way she describes it when she says, stay out of the street, you ain't got no business with the streets gonna get you, just the different ways that we use the street in our language and what it represents, what it means, that is really appealing to me. So appealing that I have decided for Memoirs of a Geisha, where I am over halfway through, I'm going to switch to the audiobook for this. I found the audiobook version on my library app, Libby. So I am going to switch to the audiobook. Now, I can't switch right away because somebody is using the only copy. So in about 2 weeks or less, I will be finishing this up on audiobook. I don't know what's gotten into me. I just have like this energy to get to this book right now. So I'm going to start on this book today. So those are my reading plans for February. My first 2 books of February are going to be these 2. But this is going to be finished on audiobook, and I'm going to start this one physically today. So I am still taking recommendations from Booktubers, and even though I did not enjoy Blacktop Wasteland as much as I wanted to, Dezmond Zee still gets a recommendation to me because this book was already on my radar. Yinka, Where Is Your Husband? Just sounds like some African, possibly Nigerian. I don't want to be wrong because I don't know how to specify between like Nigeria and Ghana and like Senegal and all the different places that people come from Africa, which is my fault. So I'm gonna read something that's gonna help me with that this year. That's another goal. I think that's 2 at this point, maybe 3, because I said DNFing. Did I say anything else? Whatever. So Dezmond Zee loves this book, and in Dezmond Zee's defense, he did not recommend Blacktop Wasteland to me. He did recommend, and he didn't recommend anything to me personally, but he recommended Razorblade Tears, and he said S.A. Cosby is a good writer in general, but Razorblade Tears is the one that he raves about. So I'm gonna go with the exact book this time. Instead of just author adjacent book, I'm gonna go with the exact book. So Yinka, Where Is Your Husband is something I'm looking forward to reading this year that has been recommended by a YouTuber, and I think I'm going to enjoy this one. I do. Now, so that's 3 Booktuber recommendations that I'm reading. Yinka, Where Is Your Husband from Dezmond Zee. Bones to the Wind, recommended by Capri Nicole over at the Book Island. And The Street by Ann Petrie, recommended by Jaded Reads. Now there's one more book I picked up recently that I think is probably not for me, but I'm having FOMO about it a little bit, so I did add it to my collection. I won't say I'm going to get to it this year, but I did want to bring it up because it is something I bought recently, and that is A Little Life. I picked this up at the thrift store for 50 cents because it's a paperback. Love getting books from the thrift store. It's one of my favorite things. And this one is just supposed to be trauma porn about 4 young guys in New York and all the things that they put especially one character through. So that's my breakdown. That's my understanding going into this book. And I don't know if I'm going to like this, but I do want to read it. You know what I'm seeing right now? I'm seeing another book. So I have another category of book. These are a couple of books that I put down that I want to pick back up this year. Parable of the Sower. My sister got this book for me and her to buddy read, and I am going to be seeing her today actually, so I'm going to ask her if she wants to buddy read this one at some point this year, because I gave her a book for Christmas and I bought a copy of that book for myself, and that one is Caraval. Now I don't typically read YA that often, and I think this is like a fantasy romance kind of thing with a carnival that comes to town. The main gates close at midnight, it says on the back. Anyone who arrives later than this will not be able to participate or win this year's prize of one wish. Ooh, there's a prize. Interesting. Well, I don't know. I like the cover. And things I've heard about the story, things I've heard about the author make me think I would enjoy something like this. So these are 2 books I want to buddy read with my sister this year. This is something that she bought for us a few years ago that we both put down. We both tried to read it and then put it down. I've heard a few more things about this book, though, that make me want to read it now. I've heard a little bit more about the story. So this is one of those things that I DNF'd too soon, I think. Yeah, I DNF'd this one too soon. So I am going to rectify that situation, get a little bit further, and let you guys know how I feel about it. Yeah. And then Caraval, I just think I would like this one. I've never tried to read this. I bought this one for us to buddy read. So we'll get to this one at some point. I am so happy you came to join me on my channel. I'm working on more uploads. I got some videos I have a reading vlog coming up. I'm going to vlog myself reading The Street and Memoirs of a Geisha. So I'm working on that one right now. And yeah, let me know what else you want to see on the channel this year. I do have a book club I'm starting. Our first meeting is this month. And if you have any book suggestions for my book club, it's going through my business, my job. So I can't be reading like no 7 Chili Spice. We can't be reading nothing super duper controversial like Black No More. I couldn't read anything like that for the book club. But if you have anything that's like politically correct but still will cause some discussion, please send it my way because I am looking for some book suggestions. Now, with that being said, I would love to say have a great day. If you like the video, click like. If you want to subscribe, you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and do that. I think it's weird when you ask at the very beginning of the video before anyone's even watched you to hit the subscribe button. So now that you've made it to the end of the video, please consider subscribing.